One thing I want to say is that you have the power to change your life and you have the ability to change your reality. When it comes to making money or investing, saving, and even just doing the right thing in the world that we live in, one of the very key things that we often neglect is just how we've been conditioned to think in certain ways, to do things in certain ways, and that generally will reflect itself in our lives and also in our finances. If you have really thought about ways to break a cycle or ways to improve your financial situation, it really comes down to a few things, and I'll be sharing those things with you. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for tuning in again. Please do not forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you think there are other things that I'm missing from this video, please leave them in the comment section below. I would appreciate it. Based on history, if we want to change as human beings, we generally will require a few things. And those things are generally things that we don't even see or touch. These are things that we feel. And this boils down to our motivation. So that would be the first thing that I want to share with you in this video. What is your motivation? What is the reason why you want to change the thing you want to change? So for example, if you want to start saving, if you want to start investing, if you want to start, just doing something, start a business. Why do you want to do those things? What is the motivation? What's the driving factor? Because if you really nail that driving factor down, you are 25% guaranteed to achieve success. 25%, a little bit low, but we're going to talk about the rest of the 75%. After knowing what your motivation is, then you have to also understand the mindset that you have. If you would ask anyone that has done something great in life, let's say a billionaire or even a millionaire or somebody that has just achieved success, there's something that they generally possess, and that's the right mindset. Think about mindset as how you see things, how you view things, your perspective in life, your beliefs, because these things would determine the next step that I'm going to share with you. So let's talk about mindset for a second. What mindset do you currently have or hold? What beliefs do you hold? What are your perspectives on life and how things are? For example, some people believe that life happens to them and they have no control. And in as much as we don't have full control on the things that happens to us, we do have some control on how we deal with them and also some control on what really happens to us. If you're in a bad place financially, you can start taking the right steps right now because, well, you're watching this video, and that means that you're doing the right thing. And I hope that you continue, because as long as you do the right thing and you keep doing them, you will begin to see changes. With the right mindset, my next point will then be the outlook on life, right? Because if you have a very poor mindset, your outlook will be poor. If you have a rich mindset, your outlook would be rich. If you think about how some people would think about life, they may say, well, they just need to get a job and work from 9 to 5 and they'll be fine. When in reality, just getting that job will only maybe pay you just enough to survive. If you have a rich mindset, however, you may be able to look at that job as a stepping stone to the next opportunity. So for example, instead of looking at that job as something that will just keep you employed and give you just a paycheck, can you think about that job as a way to light another opportunity? This is definitely what having the right outlook on life would lead to, because when you have the positive outlook, when you think about the opportunities that you're coming across as ways to keep moving up, saving more, investing more, learning, things like that, your reality will begin to shape up exactly as you want it. And sometimes you may even exceed your own expectations. Have you ever wondered why some people would do certain things in a certain way, even though it's not maybe responsible for them to do that thing? Well, that's where your behavior comes in. All of these factors that I've mentioned, your motivation, your mindset, your outlook, leads to your behavior. And think about behavior as your actions. And this is where your thoughts, the things that are not real, that you can't really touch or feel, becomes real, because now you're doing them, you're putting them into place, taking the steps. And if you have the right motivation, the right mindset, the right outlook, then your behavior or your actions will be in alignment with those things. Don't fall for this type of people that would say one thing and of course do the other. Don't be that type of person that would procrastinate and say that they will do this tomorrow and they will never do it. If you commit to the journey, try as much as possible to keep to your words. And this is where you need to ask yourself, Do you have the right mindset? Do you have the right outlook? Do you have the right motivation? So that you can then start doing the right things and of course get the results that you want. Some people would behave as if they are rich so that they can be accepted by the society or by, they can impress their friends or their family members, when in reality, that doesn't take you far. Yes, you may look rich today, but then tomorrow you're poor. And you don't want that. You want something that is long lasting, something that will really set you up forever. And that's where managing the behavior aspect is so important. Now, before you can change your reality, you first need to acknowledge where you are, where you're starting from, and then set a path to where you want to go. How are you going to get there? And understand that this path will change. Yes, we always plan to go directly to a destination, but the truth is that when you start making that journey, your path will eventually turn, curves, ups and downs will come along the way. And that is normal. You have to accept that part as being part of the process. But don't be discouraged by that, because the destination is still there. Where you're going remains there. And if you believe that that place is there, you will continue to make that journey. And this is the same thing. This goes along with your finances as well. If you know exactly where you're going and how you want to get there, understand that the processes and the steps you have to take may change. Situations will come up, life challenges will happen, but don't give up on that journey itself, because once you give up, then you are not going to make it to the destination. Like they say, winners win because they never gave up, and losers will lose because they gave up. It's as simple as that. So let's move on to the next point. Now, if you want to change your reality, the first thing you want to start with is to start with your motivation. Have the right motivation, put the right mindset in place. And if you have the wrong mindset, try to change that mindset by reading books, by educating yourself, by seeing that other people have lived this reality or they are living that reality that you desire. Then, of course, start thinking about your outlook, right? How do you view things? How are you seeing things? How do you actually see yourself? Because that way, your outlook on life becomes much more positive, and also it encourages you to keep doing the things that you want to achieve. And of course, this will then influence your behavior, which means, even when setbacks do occur, you are willing to get back on the horse and keep going. Because yes, challenges will come. Things will not work out exactly as you planned. And you have to have the ability to control how you respond, because if you give up on the journey, then of course you won't get to the promised land. I urge you not to give up. I urge you to stay motivated, and of course continue to watch videos like this. If you have found value in it, please don't forget to drop a like on the video. It goes a long way. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you in the next one.